from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, May 10th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. A couple attending Cyber Charter School will not be allowed to go to the Hazleton area prom this weekend, and it's caused some uproar on social media. WYLN decided to get to the bottom of it. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
Two students who are currently attending a charter school in the Hazleton area are expressing their concerns about how they cannot attend this weekend's Hazleton area prom because they are not part of the Hazleton area public school system.
I've been contacted by two students, two separate families, about allowing the cyber charter students in our community to attend the Hazleton area high school prom. Their position, their contention is that they should be allowed to attend activities like the prom specifically. In charter cyber school law, it specifically states that for social events such as pep rallies, class meetings, dances, prom, those are events that do not require the public school to require admittance.
The two students that are currently enrolled in cyber school wanting to go to the Hazleton area prom are Jackie Miser and her boyfriend Austin Strenchak. The couple claims they should be allowed to go because it is an extracurricular activity, but it's not. Prom is a social event.
There is no such requirement that demands or forces that we allow those students to attend. This is not so much a situation of us, wanting to purposely keep these students out, but I think it's important to realize that when you separate yourself from the public school into a cyber charter educational agency, you are in fact giving up certain privileges and rights that would otherwise come with the public school.
Since the two students are not part of the public school system, they cannot attend any social events such as prom or even graduation.
Just because you're a resident of the community doesn't mean per se that you're allowed to attend all events in the public school. You have to really be a member of the public school system. And that's part of the privilege. I mean, prom is one example. It's a prime example, certainly, but graduation is another. Pep rallies, any type of events that would be social in nature. These are privileges that are extended to those students who are enrolled in one of our three high school programs.
WYLN reached out to Miser and Strenchak for a comment, but they did not get back to us before this newscast. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Aaron Harvey.
You may have heard about an attempted abduction Friday night at the Laurel Mall. Well, forget everything you heard. There wasn't one. So says state police. Troopers investigated a report of an attempted kidnapping of a juvenile female outside of Kmart. According to police, the girl was waiting for a ride home when she had been told by her father that she'd be picked up by a third party outside the mall around 8 p.m. Someone did show up, and she got into the car, only to discover it wasn't whom her father called. Apparently, there was a simple mix-up between the two Uber drivers, and there was no attempted abduction. Two former Wilkes-Barre police officers were sentenced in the City Federal Credit Union case on Monday. Tino Niati was sentenced to a month in prison, followed by 2 years of probation. Jason Anthony received 2 years of probation, the first 3 months of which will be served on house arrest. The sentences were pronounced by federal judge A. Richard Caputo in Scranton Federal Court. Federal prosecutors had urged leniency for them because of their cooperation in the probe into the Wilkes-Barre City Employees Federal Credit Union case. Both said they were compulsive gamblers. Niati and Anthony were among 4 people indicted in August of 2014 on charges alleging they conspired to take out fraudulent loans from the credit union using forged documents. They pleaded guilty several months later, admitting they fraudulently took out loans for $25,000 and $7,100. The credit union's former assistant manager, Amanda Magna, previously pled guilty to aiding and abetting bank fraud. The only player in the scheme still awaiting sentencing is former city towing contractor Leo Glozik III. He pleaded guilty last month to mail fraud, filing false tax returns, and a firearms charge in the separate case. In exchange for the plea, bank fraud charges were dropped. Valley Country Club is being sold. Membership voted overwhelmingly 582 to 48 to go ahead with the sale of the club to Allentown businessman and Hazleton native Anthony Salvaggio. The club president Joseph Zeller said that the club has about 400 members of record, but the number of votes that each member can cast varies based on their membership classification. Salvaggio is president and CEO of CAI, a computer aid, and an international IT firm. Late last month, he announced a bid to buy the country club. Attorney Bob Sensky said that he'll negotiate a purchase agreement, which will lead to a signed contract. Another store is closing at the Schuylkill Mall in Frackville. Black Diamond Antiques and Collectibles will close or has already closed. The mall said the closing would be effective on Sunday, but a letter from Black Diamond to its vendors says it's closed for good when it closed for business last night. Black Diamond has been in the Schuylkill Mall for about 20 years. The mall is over half vacant. It is slated for a sheriff's sale next month. Dead heat. That's how registered voters in Pennsylvania see a matchup between Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Hillary Clinton. A poll of just under 1,100 registered voters issued this morning find Clinton with a statistically insignificant 43 to 42% lead over Trump. They are also tied among a variety of demographic groups. Women back Clinton 51 to 32%. Trump leads among men 54 to 33%, while white voters go Trump 48 to 37%, and non-white voters go Clinton 74 to 14%. Young voters, that is, those 18 to 34, back Clinton 43 to 36%, while Trump leads voters over 65, 49 to 42%. Both candidates have negative favorability ratings, with Hillary's numbers being slightly more negative, 37 to 58% for Clinton and 39 to 55% for Trump. The poll claims a margin of error of 3 points. You can dine out this Saturday to help the West Hazleton Fire Department purchase some much-needed equipment. Our Julie Stefanovic has the details.
Firefighters put their lives on the line each and every day to keep our homes, pets, and families safe. And this weekend, you can do your part to help them continue to protect our neighborhoods. The West Hazleton Fire Company will be hosting its 5th annual pasta dinner on Saturday, May the 14th at the 4th Street Pub. The proceeds raised will go directly to the fire department.
This fundraiser is one of our biggest fundraisers for the year. As technology gets greater, so does the technology for the fire service, and with this money we'll be better to serve the community of West Hazleton and the surrounding communities that we help out also.
There are around 50 members of the fire company, including 35 active members who respond to calls daily. This year has been especially busy for them, and the need for updated equipment is crucial.
Cost a lot of money just to equip one firefighter, let alone 35 active members. We have turnout gear to purchase, air packs to purchase, and of course the fire apparatus that we ride on and the tools we use is all very expensive. And once again, once the technology gets updated, stuff becomes outdated, and we are trying to use this money to purchase newer equipment for our firefighters.
Once again, the West Hazleton Fire Company's pasta dinner is this Saturday, May the 14th from 1 until 5 p.m. Tickets are $8 per dinner and are available from the fire company members or at the 4th Street Pub. Takeout will also be available along with delivery for 10 or more dinners. For more information, you can call 570-956-3861. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovic.
Thank you, Julie. Giant Martins are alerting customers to a voluntary recall of certain Nature's Promise trail mix and walnuts. The item is being pulled from shelves due to a potential listeria contamination. Listeria is a common organism found in nature, and consumption of food contaminated with listeria can cause high fever, severe headaches, neck stiffness, and nausea. The following product UPC code and information is up on your screen now. Giant and Martins have not received any reports of illnesses to date. Customers who have purchased this item are asked to discard any unused portions and bring their purchase receipts in for a full refund. In addition, customers may also call Giant and customer service for more information. Time now for a first look at our forecast. After a sunny day yesterday, the rain just couldn't hold out any longer this morning, but hopefully it's the last of it for a while. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with all the details. Joe?
Oh, thank you very much. And, well, we're not out of the woods yet in terms of getting rid of all of the showers. We got some more that will come into play in the 7-day forecast. And notice if you're traveling next few hours, not looking too bad out there. And we did have some of the rain move through, just enough squeezed parts of the northeast. But, again, we just did not get a whole heck of a lot. The majority of it stayed toward the south. Berwick right now sitting in at 56 degrees. Not too bad, but again, this is a time of year you can get some very warm temperatures and some very chilly temperatures. Tell you what, 7-day forecast this weekend, we're going to be looking at some cool temperatures. 61 in Tunkhannock, 56 in Berwick, 56 in Bloomsburg, and 57 in Danville. I'll have the complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on how you can help the Hazleton Police Department in receiving a federal grant for the Shot Stopper detection system that we spoke about yesterday. Plus, a local anti-drug alliance organization is talking drug overdoses with the Columbia County coroner in hopes of reducing them. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis.
The LSC Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton presents A Musical Salute to All Who Serve on Saturday, June 11th. The show features the outstanding talent of the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, as well as featured soloists. Presentations by Congressman Lou Barletta, Pennsylvania State Representative Tara Toohill, and Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassett. The show will be narrated by Sergeant Eric Olson, host of the WYLN TV show Warrior Summit Outdoors. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. A Musical Salute to All Who Serve, Saturday, June 11th at 7 p.m.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
As we told you yesterday, the city of Hazleton is looking at obtaining a piece of equipment that will pinpoint a gunshot and differentiate if it was a gunshot or a firework. The system also alerts police immediately after a shot is fired. Today, Police Chief Jerry Speziale explains how the public can help the city in acquiring a federal grant for this system. The Shot Stopper detection system is something the Hazleton Police Department is hoping to acquire thanks to a federal grant. The community is encouraged to reach out to the Bureau of Justice Assistance and inform them why they think the city needs this system. Only 7 federal grants are awarded across the country. Chief of Police Jerry Speziale explained the system to us and why it's so important to the department and the residents of Hazleton.
It's 21st century policing technology, and what it is a gunshot detection system that the second a gun goes off in the city of Hazleton, what will happen once this system is in place, it will immediately notify a police officer on their smartphones. It will immediately notify the 911 communication center. It will immediately notify a police officer in their police car on the computer. It will show them a map. It'll show them a red dot exactly where the fire is coming from, where the gunshot is coming from. And it will also show them instantaneously a camera with a live view of who's exiting that area, whether it be a vehicle, whether it be a man with a gun. Now, the good thing about it is it's calibrated with 20 sensors throughout the city. So a lot of our calls sometimes are backfires, and you have patrol cars flying through the streets that is dangerous. Sometimes it's fireworks. This system has the capability of being calibrated to know the difference between a firework, the difference between a gunshot, and the difference between a backfire or something else that may sound similar to a gunshot.
Here is a 7-second example of gunshots being fired in another city that uses the shot stopper detection system. However, Hazleton, with cameras installed around the city, will be able to visually see the incident taking place. Local elected officials are also backing this system in hopes the department will receive this grant.
Our 2 U.S. senators have supported us with letters. Our congressmen have supported us with letters. You know, anyone in the public that supports us with the Bureau of Justice Assistance, it's not in northeastern Pennsylvania, and my situation or my question would be, why not? Why not us? You know, not that we're any different than any other city, but why not us? You know, we've written for it, we've given them the statistics, we've given them the reasoning why. This is moving to 21st century policing with technology. That's been the mayor's hallmark. Why not?
The city has applied for the grant, but it won't know if they receive it until October.
They're highly competitive, and we've done our research, we've done our homework, we've put it together and put a massive grant proposal forward. We're hoping for the best. Notify them that this is needed, that, you know, northeastern Pennsylvania is left out of the technology side. Please help us. Help us help the community. That's what this is all about.
You can visit bja.gov for more information on how to reach out to them and let them know your thoughts on Hazleton acquiring this system. Once again, the city will not be notified if they receive this federal grant until at least October. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Stay tuned. Ryan's Ride-In Festival will be held Saturday, May 14th from 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. at La Rock Grove in Sugarloaf. There will be food, tricky trays, DJ Tony Pacelli, vendors, crafters, a bounce house, and more. Live entertainment from 5 until 9 provided by the Tommy Guns Band. Proceeds to benefit Ryan's Playground at Cunningham's Whispering Willow Park. Ryan's Ride-In Festival will be held Saturday, May 14th from 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. at La Rock Grove in Sugarloaf.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Marina Kuchar, who's going to tell you a little bit about how chiropractic and music can make your life flow so much better. Her story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
Well, the sunshine is out, a little bit cool, a little bit of a cool breeze out here, but other than that, not too bad for we are in the month of May, and I can see we're finally starting to clear things out across our area, but we have some more chances of some rain in the forecast. We'll get to in a little bit. But first, let's take a look at the graphic for the day, and, well, you know what? Not a bad day. Overall, with things considered and clouds breaking overhead, no precipitation across our immediate viewing area. Live 35 Skycast Doppler. You see the precipitation. The majority of it has been toward the south, which I told you about that last night. Some of it just creeped up a little bit further toward the north and east, but really not amounting to a whole lot. We're at 55 degrees outside our station in Hazleton, and we have not seen any measurable rainfall since the midnight hour. 54 now in Mount Pocono, 57 Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 56 in Williamsport. And how about Pittsburgh? 67 degrees. Still in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees in the Wyoming Valley area. And again, there you can see the bulk of the precipitation pretty much staying toward the south of our area. But again, it's a fine line very close to our area, so we did see some areas that did get a little bit of some rain and some sprinkles, not amounting to a whole lot. And there you can see it a little bit closer. Not much going on right now. And temperature-wise, notice we drop down into the 40s, and tomorrow taking a look at Wednesday's temperatures. Pretty nice, feeling pretty good out there, and even going into our early Thursday morning. So tomorrow, seasonable temperatures. Nice Wednesday. Hanging on to some dry conditions, not the case as you head toward the south and southwest. And again, this dry weather should stick around through about Thursday or so. And then another chance of some more showers as we start going into our Friday and as we go into our Saturday. Extended forecast looking like this. As we go into tomorrow, here's what we can expect. We got a mix of sun and clouds, and then looking good for Thursday. Some showers for Friday and Saturday, and then going into the weekend. Well, it's not looking too bad, but we'll see if we can fine-tune that forecast. Looking better for the second part. 3-3, the pick 2 numbers. The pick 3 numbers, 786, and the pick 4, 1870. Pick 5 numbers, 44629, and the treasure hunt numbers 212, 20, 26, and 28. Stick around. We'll have a lot more for you coming up after this break.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Deaths related to drug overdoses are increasing more and more each year. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more from Berwick.
Every day, 7 people die from a drug overdose in the state of Pennsylvania. Drug overdoses are becoming an epidemic on the local level and national level. The problem is so big that there are more deaths related to drug overdoses than there are deaths related to car accidents. The Berwick Anti-Drug Alliance held a presentation last night at the McBride Memorial Library in Berwick to increase awareness of the problem.
One of the things that we try to do is we try to identify issues of mental health and substance abuse, and also to identify resources. Tonight we have the Columbia County Coroner here, Jeremy Reese, and he's going to talk about addictions and substance abuse through his perspective. So I'm expecting this to be an informative discussion, but also a very grim one.
The number of drug overdoses continues to rise each year.
I would say it's a big problem in our area and also in our country. Yeah, I mean, this is devastating, and the numbers are more and more. The body bags are more and more, and I think that what we need to do is to have more community organizations like this, grassroots organizations that address the problem, and these are people that are mobilized and involved. I think everybody needs to get involved, and again, I know this sounds sort of like just like a lame saying, but if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. I mean, people need to get involved in this.
Columbia County Coroner Jeremy Reese says he has seen a significant increase in drug-related deaths in the past 2 years.
Coroners statewide have seen a significant increase in drug-related deaths from both heroin and prescription drug overdoses. Tonight we're going to talk about what we've seen on the local level. We've seen a significant increase between 2014 and 2015 in Columbia County, so we want to share some of that data and educate the public on what we're seeing.
In 2014, Columbia County reported 8 drug-related deaths, and in 2015, that number doubled to 16 drug-related deaths. The most common drugs that people overdose on are
the 3 drugs that we see the highest occurrences of are oxycodone, heroin, and methamphetamine.
Reese's presentation informed the public on how he does his job as a coroner.
We're going to share data on how many people have died, what we've seen in their toxicology reports, some of the social circumstances that we've seen, how we do our job to process the scenes and to investigate drug deaths. And we're going to share data from the Statewide Coroners Association report, what the coroners have seen on a statewide level, and we're also going to share some data from the DEA.
In Berwick, for WYLN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thanks, Aaron. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinis is in with sports here on WYLN.
The LSC Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton presents A Musical Salute to All Who Serve on Saturday, June 11th. The show features the outstanding talent of the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, as well as featured soloists. Presentations by Congressman Lou Barletta, Pennsylvania State Representative Tara Toohill, and Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassett. The show will be narrated by Sergeant Eric Olson, host of the WYLN TV show Warrior Summit Outdoors. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. A Musical Salute to All Who Serve, Saturday, June 11th at 7 p.m. Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the Stars of Tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports.
Twitter fingers fully engaged following Game 4 of the Atlantic Division Finals. Wilkes-Barre-Scranton literally and figuratively fighting to even the series with Hershey. Tom Sestito back with the Baby Pens. He's involved in a pregame scuffle with Liam O'Brien, which causes mean things to be said on social media after the game. Tristan Jarry first out of the gate and gets the go in goal over Casey DeSmith. And it's a strong performance by Jarry. Each team with limited opportunities in the first period, but in the second, the Pens are on the power play. Will O'Neill, Tom Kostopoulos, puck meets the net. But the Bears do add one in the second. Eventually, we head to overtime. The Pens enter 3-0 in postseason OT. They exit 4-0. Kale Mullerat, rebound beast. Mob City in the corner, 2-1 the final, and the series even at 2-2.
You can't either go down 3-1 or tie it up, so, I think I might have been a little overexcited on the celebration maybe, but I think a lot of us guys were pretty pumped up, especially there was a lot of, from the, not even the start drop of the puck, it was going on in warm-ups, so it was a battle out there, and, you got to give them credit, they play hard, they don't give us an inch out there, and, we have to earn everything we get, and, luckily enough, we came out on top this time.
The Pittsburgh Penguins look to close out their series with the Washington Capitals tonight. Puck drops for Game 6 at 8 o'clock from Consol Energy Center. A little more than 12 hours after the Rail Riders shut out the Paul Sox to open their 4-game series, the teams return to PNC Field for School Day. A 10:35 a.m. start time. The scoring starts in the second inning. The Rail Riders, a bit sleepy in the field, a couple of misplays leads to the Paul Tuckett run. And that's it until the ninth. Little insurance for the Paul Sox. Jansen Whitty down the line. Rusney Castillo chugging. He beats the throw to the plate. It's 3-0 heading into the bottom of the ninth. Donovan Solano starts a potential rally, doubling to the wall, but that potential is short-lived. Aaron Judge comes to the plate, leaves one hanging. 3-0 is the final in favor of the Paul Sox. Later on tonight, Lehigh Valley at Columbus. The Iron Pigs now at 500 after losing to the Clippers on Monday. Little League Baseball tonight at 6 o'clock. But next, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
All right, well, I know we have some Little League games. We have more next week, so hopefully that rain holds out. We'll see what happens, though. All right, sounds good. Have a good night, everyone.
is a paid advertisement for the revolutionary 21-day fix, brought to you by Beachbody.
Hello there. I'm Tom Bergeron, and this show is about transforming how you look and feel starting right now.
Are you struggling right now to lose weight?
I've struggled with my weight my entire life.
I really want to lose this.
I didn't want to walk down the aisle weighing 220 pounds. I need to do something, and it needs to